What's good? What's good? What's good? Cuzzo, what's good? Welcome to this episode of the Antoine Spivey Sports Entertainment Podcast. Show I'm your host, Spivey. Y'all see him right there, flossing the hat. I don't know why today, but we got Dar in the building. What's good, Cuzzo?
What's going on, Cuzzo?
Man, listen. I got
listen, man. Listen. 365 since 1978. Die hard. We done had some bad news today.
Man.
For the last couple of days.
Man.
But hey, man. We got to look at it like this. Is the glass half empty or is the glass half full?
Man, listen. I hate to have to start a Friday off like this, especially when we got a big game. As you see, O.State tonight. Let's get it. We're going to touch on that in a minute. But before we go any further, appreciate everybody that's tuning in on the Diva Spivey Media Network. It is up. I'm looking at it live on the network on this screen. Looking at it on this screen. Looking at it on this screen. So we up. We good. So
that's what's up.
Tuning in on that and YouTube as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Antoine Spivey Show, and keep on watching this Diva Spivey Media Network. We try to do big things over here, man. But with that being said, what you want to start with, man? Like, let's just get the bad out the way, man. As y'all see,
hey, man, let's go. Hey, let's go and get it out the way.
let's go get it out the way, man. As y'all can see, man, he got his cup, got my cup. Got my other medicine, man. Damn. Deshaun Watson. Re-aggravated that Achilles injury.
He ain't re-aggravating nothing. He re-tore that Achilles.
And had surgery today. Now his 2025 playing status is up in the air, which I don't think he was going to play that much anyway in 2025. But man, listen, I was one that was really like defending Deshaun Watson for real. Y'all know this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know he got the money.
As I was too.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us was, man. But this shit, man, $230 million. And you mean to tell me all you played is what, 19 20 games with us? Nah, I'm sorry. Unfortunately,
we have not got it. We have not gotten our money's worth. We
definitely have not got our money's worth, man. And it's like, unfortunately, you know, you can't really call an injury, man. Like unless you just like faking some shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, but we all said watching the game when he did pop his Achilles in the game. So we know on that portion of it, it's real. It's real. Yeah. That was real.
I mean, let me start by saying this, man. I don't blame the Browns for going after Deshaun Watson after the Baker Mayfield debacle. I don't. They felt like he was the best quarterback available, and that's what they went after. I don't fault them for giving them the contract they gave him. It's been an unfortunate roller coaster as far as his health. Who could have predicted that, right? But also, I don't think he was. I definitely don't think he was put in a position to be successful as far as a quarterback because of the simple fact I watched how Stefanski and the organization moved when he got hurt this year. You wanted to you brought in Ken Dorsey for a reason. You wanted to kind of bridge the gap, you know, give him some support. But you don't give him a Ken Dorsey offense until after he's hurt. And so, of course, Jameis Winston looks a lot better. 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. I mean, of course, Jameis Winston with interceptions. But, I mean, he looked like Flacco. But I don't know, man. This was a topsy-turvy situation. And Kellz, I agree. he very well could be done. Now, the on the brighter side of things, the Browns were smart enough. I give Andrew Berry this much credit. They did ensure his contract value, which means that while he stays on physical unable to play, we're able to recoup or $40-some million from the cap, right? He don't count against the cap that much this year. So, hey, I think we in a win-win situation with this draft, with available veteran quarterbacks that's going to be available this year. We got a lot of building to do. We got quite a few picks, so I'm eager to see cause it's put up and shut up for Barry, for real. It's put up and shut up for him.
Man,
this could be the draft of a lifetime for him, man.
You said you don't fault the Browns for giving them that contract. Shit, because you got to remember. I mean, listen, I get it. Cleveland was in a situation where, we never really had that franchise quarterback.
We haven't had one since Bernie Kosar.
Quarterback. And let me say this before I go any further. I don't want to hear about the Baker Mayfield shit. I don't want to hear, well, we had Baker. Man, listen, I'm going to say this for the last time. If we had this Baker Mayfield, then I'm good. I'm good. It's nothing I can say. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's roll. Let's roll with Baker. But unfortunately, we had a young, immature Baker. We had
a progressive field bait. He wanted to make progressive commercials,
and we had him for some years. Shit just wasn't panning out, unfortunately. And I hear a lot of people, well, look how many OCs he done had. Look how many head coaches he done had. All right, it is what it is. We moving on from Baker. Unfortunately, Baker has matured and he's playing good in Tampa. Kudos to Baker. Congrats to Baker. But I understand that the Browns, was looking for that franchise quarterback, never really had that franchise quarterback. But the dude didn't want to come here from the get-go. The dude turned us down, our first shot at him. Who's going to turn down $230 guaranteed? I know you ain't. I ain't.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think the initial offer was $230 guaranteed.
No, I don't think it was.
I don't think the initial offer was $230 guaranteed for him to say, no, I'm not coming. I'm sure it was probably far less than that, and there wasn't enough guarantee money in that.
It probably was, but shit, a motherfucker throw $230 in your face guarantee, you gonna change your mind quick too. Like, let me get this bread. Let me get this bread.
So the fact that whether he wanted to come here or not, I mean, if I'm betting on myself, and
that's a quarterback bet.
No, it was not, Kellz.
You know what? I can't. I'm not going. If you said,
I'm not even going down that rabbit hole.
No,
I'm not going down that rabbit hole because he wasn't. And I got on the show and I ran all the stats. I did all the comparison for Kellz. Kellz, whatever. You know what, Kellz? Bet 100.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna get on that too because I still gotta find y'all clip. I'm almost close. But if Kellz said the Baker that we had here before he got to Tampa, was a better quarterback and played better than Deshaun Watson that we done had since he got here, I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. At least Baker ass was out there. You know what I'm saying? Baker has some.
No, he said Baker's years as QB better than Watson.
What I'm saying is, if he talk about far as being in Cleveland, then I agree with him.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. But I'm speaking on specifically that time frame from draft period to when he left Houston. Ain't no way, because the year 2019, Deshaun Watson put up over 4,500 yards. Baker did not do anything close to that.
In Baker's defense, his first year in Cleveland, he did set rookie records. You know what I'm saying? That Peyton Manning was holding. Okay, he said as a Browns quarterback, so I agree with that.
I mean,
I agree.
That's
I
a
agree with that
no-brainer,
statement.
Kellz.
But you gotta look at it, and look, and it's coming from me, a guy who was just roasting, really just throwing every shot I could at Baker because of his play. We did go to the playoffs with him. Like we did. He did have a good first year with us as a rookie. He did.
His first few years with us was pretty good. The only year that was really terrible was the year he messed up his arm and didn't want to go have the surgery. I mean, that was Baker. Baker did fairly well. He was on the field, and even
but that's what he said. That's what he said as a Browns quarterback.
Okay, I mean, but that's a given. I mean, come on, man. That's really no comparison because I mean, shit, Baker could go walk out on the field and had a flu, and he doing better than Watson. Watson can't even show up. He can't even participate. So 19 games, Baker done played. I mean, come on, man. The availability speaks for itself. That's no comparison to me.
So you don't agree with Kellz then?
I'm just saying there's no comparison. I agree, but there's no comparison. I agree, but that's a no-brainer. Baker could walk out on the field and he's showing up more than what Watson was able to do. Come on, man.
But all that's tied into it though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so
this shit just gotta.
I think the saga ends this year. And DY, we've seen the last of DY. Is his career over? Potentially.
I mean,
he's about to be 30, right?
Somewhere around there. Hopefully, I don't hope his career is over with.
I don't either.
But I think
it is here in Cleveland, though.
Yeah, I think in Cleveland it's a wrap, man. I think it's over with in Cleveland. Like, dead ass. Now we're in a situation where, with that news coming out, the only quarterback we got on the roster is DTR. Myles Garrett already talking about he ain't trying to do no rebuild. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, if that's the case, man, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago on what the Browns should do. Or was it last week when we found out they had the second overall pick?
It was last week.
Last week. I said we go out. if we want to keep like Myles Garrett, man, I'm dead ass serious. We go out, we get Kirk Cousins, we bring him here, we upgrade that offensive line, whether it's through free agency or draft. I got to see what offensive lineman is coming out and what they're projected or positioned to come out at. What do we do with that number 2 pick? Do we trade it? If we take the route of drafting Kirk Cousins, do we trade it to get extra picks to really fill in these gaps, these holes that we need receivers? We need a running back now, unless they got that much confidence in Jerome Ford. But it's a lot. It's a lot they got to do. But this whole Deshaun Watson injury, man, is just like, oh my fucking goodness, man. Like, when it rains, it fucking pours, man. Like, fuck it. Just cut ties with the dude. Let him go. Wish him the best, man. A speedy recovery. But it just ain't happening here, man. It will go down as the biggest bust of a trade in NFL history, probably. All that we done gave up for him. It just didn't work. It was a failure. You see that, Kellz? It was a failure. They failed. But on the realistic human side of it, Deshaun Watson, man, just get better, man. Mentally, physically, everything, man. And hopefully you can return back to the field and be the Deshaun Watson, at least half of the Deshaun Watson that we know you're capable of being. And just get right, man. But unfortunately, like you said, for Cleveland, man, it's just another Just another punch in the gut, man. But we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
Okay, here's what we got, man. We got 9 picks, man. I commend Andrew Berry. We got the second pick. We own picks in round 1 through 4 and 6. We own a 3rd round pick from Amari Cooper, 5th round pick from Zadarius Smith, 6th round pick from Zadarius Smith trade. So we got like 2 6, 5th, 3rd, 3 and a 3rd, the 4th, and then the 2nd overall. We got a 9 total picks, bro. I don't see us trading down. What I do see is us potentially going after a Kirk Cousins or Justice Field type of situation and still drafting a quarterback because DTR is not it. And then in the 2nd round, picking up a quality running back, and then going after your defensive line, your cornerbacks, and your offensive line with the rest of the picks, along with a couple receivers.
Man, I swear, it sounds like you just said about 100 damn.
That's where we at, bro. Like, I mean, that's the reality of it. But at the end of the day, the glass is still half full.
You know what, Will? Any other time, man, I've been the got at you, man. But listen, man, he just not himself. I ain't gonna say all that you just said. I'm just gonna say he's not himself, man. Hopefully he can get right, man, and again he can get back on that field, man. Again, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's keep it going, man. Y'all keep tuning in to that Diva Spivey Media Network, man. I see y'all over there like, let's go. Let's keep it going. But all news is not bad news here in Cleveland or in the state of Ohio, however it is you want to put it. We got them Cavs. Now, you know, it's been a lot been said. A lot was being said. You know, are they legit? Are they serious? Is they really, you know, doing this, or is it a fluke? You know what I'm saying? Now, 11-0 versus the West, 11-0, 12-0 versus the West. Just took out the West best with the number 1 overall defense. Great game.
And Donovan only had 11.
Only had 11, shot horrible. So if he would have shot, he would have shot better than that. We could have got him by 10.
Right.
We could have got him. But is it time for people, man, to start putting some respect on their name and really looking at the Cavs to be favorites, not just to go to the finals, but to win it? And I get it. Boston's still out there. I get it. Boston, you know, you can't count out the Heat when it comes playoff time. The Knicks should be there. But the way we play, man, is it time for people to start putting some respect on our name and looking at us as really the team that could win this whole thing?
I'm gonna give you a twofold answer. Yes.
That's all the answer should be.
Yes, absolutely. And then I'm gonna say there's a flip side to this, because I looked up the odds today. Vegas still got them at plus 1,000, which means everybody's still, you know, looking at Boston to win. Boston's still favored to win the ship, you know, and go back and do their thing.
I mean, that's just because they the defending champions.
Yeah,
man. So
that's because they defending champions. But when you think about, I get what you're saying, Kellz, because you feel like it probably, you know, give the Cavs a little extra to play with, you know.
Put a little fuel in the fire. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they don't need no more fuel. Them boys is balling. And I take back everything I said in the podcast this summer when old boy got fired.
See? In order to make things better, it starts with admitting. And
hey, but what did I say? What did I say? It's conference finals or bust. So for me, the way they playing right now, they shouldn't have no problem getting to the finals. Not
but
one.
come on, you were saying conference final was bust because you were speaking out of emotions because you didn't like the fact that they got rid of JB like that and didn't make no move. So you was more or less in your feelings when you made that statement. Now you looking at them and like you really starting to believe it. See, I know. I feel it. I feel it. I know. I know. I feel it.
You're a psychiatrist now, man.
I feel it, man. I feel it. Keep on winning and you'll get their respect. I mean, that's true, but fuck that. Right now, nah, man. The way we just, I mean, and it's like we dog walking teams. And then the teams that's supposed to be them, we lightweight handling them. Again, we only beat OKC by 7. But if Donovan Mitchell shot better, hit maybe about 5-6 more of those shots that he was missing, man, we probably would have beat them by like 10. like for real,
man.
Like,
imagine if he had went off and had a 30-point game. You talking about a 20? You talking about a 20 point, at least a 25-point difference.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So
to turn around the very next night, coming off a big win like that, and then being down to the Raptors by like what 9 was it? 9?
Yeah, it was 9.
And then to come back and then just win that game in great fashion. That just shows a lot about this team, man.
You know what I'm happy to see? You know what I'm happy to see?
What's that?
Thank you, Garland. Thank you, Garland.
Let me ask you this. Is it coaching and style of play? Is it the way Atkinson is coaching and compared to how JB was coaching them to why you see the difference in Darius Garland? Because he have always had the talent. The talent have always been there.
I'm sure that's one of the components. But I think one of the most prolific component is this. Because it was commented on last night when the game was getting ready to go off, and the announcer had talked to Donovan Mitchell and asked him about his leadership, and he said even the best leaders know when it's time just to let others do their thing and not say nothing. And I mean, Garland went on for 40 last night. When the last time he had a 40-point game?
Yeah.
So I mean, he was up and down the court, no problem. He going to the rack with his floating layup. He doing his thing. That's what I wanted to see. It's not all coaching, but that's a heavy component. But at the same time, Garland's learning how to be a leader on that floor and on that court without a Donovan Mitchell. He's learning how to take over the game, understand the situation, and take over the game like he's like a point guard, like he's supposed to. That's what the greats do.
But he have always had that capability. That's why I think it's about 95. I'm gonna say 100% culture for real, because I'm starting to think Darius Garland gave up on JB Bickerstaff as far as like his coaching ways and style. You know what I'm saying? Like and Kenny Atkinson come. Draymond Green said it best on I believe his podcast. So he was like, man, the ball just be, you know what I'm saying, your head constantly turning. And Darius Garland right now averaging about 7 assists a game, almost 8 assists a game. Even last night he had 7, 8 assists along with the 40 points. So
yeah, I think he had 9 assists.
9 assists.
Yeah,
I just think it's the coaching staff, as you said earlier, it's just putting the players in the right position to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, look at the floor spacing.
Yeah, nobody's playing heavy
minutes. The floor spacing, the way, the pace that they play at. I mean, JB was a half court coach. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta
slow it down.
I'm gonna get Kellz his kudos. You know what I'm saying? On air, he did call the whole Evan Mobley involvement as far as the offense, like him bringing the ball up, and a lot of the offense is running through him a little bit at the top of the key. That'll leave a lot of things open as well. And that's what we said. Kind of like, again, that Draymond Green role, how he was point forward in Golden State. So,
right.
Big up to the Cavs, man. But for me, man, I feel like the only thing that's going to stop us from getting to the chip is injuries. And if something just, attitudes just start kicking in and people just like, man, I don't care no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
The way we play.
The only people that can stop us is us right now.
It's us right now. It's
That's
us.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
At
like,
the end of the day.
I think we keep playing this type of style of basketball where nobody's on our team is averaging no more than 32, 33 minutes. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Which means we're gonna have fresh legs going into the playoffs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We deep.
You know what else I like?
What's that?
Kenny Atkinson trusting his players, man. A couple instances where the calls was bad calls, and they came straight to the sideline. They called a timeout and went straight to the sideline and told them review it, and the call got overturned. Right. Jay, you didn't see that much. Like, you didn't see much of that with JB, man. You know what I mean? So, right. It's a lot different. And I'll be the first to say, hey, man, thank you, Kenny. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Keep it going, man. Keep the Cavs on the road, man.
I do got one thing, though. We, 33-4?
32-4.
No, it ain't 33-4. Last night was 33.
32, 33.
Hey, man.
No.
We on pace to do something special. That's all I'm going to say.
Look, I thought we had an agreement. You were no longer. No, we got to agree. Because every time you do that, things go south, man. We had an agreement.
Hey, I'm just saying, we are on pace to do something special. That's the truth.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm not gonna say no numbers. We just on pace to do something very special.
Okay, we're on pace to do something special.
And win the championship.
We gonna let you leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? No. We gonna let you. You're not about to do it, man. You're not about to do it. Real quick before we get out of here, man. We got a minute and a half. O.State tonight, Texas. We got to get this. We need this. To go face Notre Dame, who came up with a big victory last night against Penn State with a field goal with 7 seconds left in the game. What you expect tonight from O-State? Real quick.
I'm expecting this. I'm expecting O-State to come out with the same aggressiveness, passing, run game. I'm expecting the same type of play calling, because, hey, we're in the playoffs now, brother. You just put up or shut up. You know, lose or go home. So, Ryan Day, if you don't want to go for that long vacation, I suggest you win tonight, my brother.
Yeah, facts. We already was favored, even at the beginning of the season, to go to the national championship. So it's championship or bust for us, man. Like you said, they got to come out aggressive, like they've been coming out.
And we win tonight. Who we play?
If we win tonight, we play Notre Dame. They won last night. They beat Penn State. So
and we can beat Notre Dame too.
Yeah, we could beat them. But first, we got to get past Texas, man. With that being said, I appreciate everybody that tuned in on the Diva Spivey Network. Also tuned in on YouTube. Don't forget to keep subscribing to the YouTube channel. For myself, Dar, and Kellz, who ain't here. He off with the daughter after college, doing the college thing. We gonna catch y'all Monday. Hopefully, when we catch y'all Monday, it be with an O-State victory on our way to the national championship. Let's go.
O-H.
I-O.
Let's go.
Like the Cavs, we got